Good morning. My name is Jan Bearden, and I want to welcome you to Morning Reflections produced by Raising Dreamers Ministries. My whole life was spent looking for approval, for affirmation that what I did, said, and looked like was acceptable. When I became a child of God, that same desire carried over into my Christian life. I strove for approval from God, for a sense of being acceptable to Him. I knew I couldn't save myself, but thought that once I had been born again, it was up to me to do the right things, say the right things, and look like what a Christian was supposed to look like. After a few years of this, I finally came to the end of myself and realized I had no more ability to live the Christian life than I did to become a Christian in the first place. I experienced failure and felt very defeated. I cried out to the Lord, begging Him to show me how to experience the abundant Christian life He had promised in John 10:10. Through a series of circumstances too long to go into now, I ended up at a lady's kitchen table who began to explain the key to abundant living: surrender. She opened the Word of God and showed me that the Lord never intended for me to live the Christian life in my own strength. Maybe you're experiencing the same feelings of helplessness like I was, looking at your life and saying to yourself, there is no way I can do this. I'm just not strong enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not anything enough. I am just not sufficient to live the Christian life. I just don't have what it takes. No worries. God is not surprised at our inadequacies and actually tells us so in 2 Corinthians 3:5. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. So what does it look like to live an abundant and fruitful Christian life? To live a surrendered life? The definition of surrender is to cease resistance and to submit to another's authority. Now that doesn't sound like something we really want to do. Give up control of everything to somebody else? Honestly, it's scary until we understand the character of the one to whom we are yielding. The fruit of the Spirit is the very essence of who Christ is. He is love, He is joy, He is peace, etc. And He wants us to experience that love, joy, and peace heartbeat by heartbeat in our daily lives. He wants us to experience His love for others as we get to be in on what He's doing in the world. He wants us to know the joy of allowing Christ to do in and through us what we cannot do in and of ourselves. And He wants us to know the peace of learning to trust Him and to rest from the strain of trying to do things for Him in our own strength. So please join me as this week we look at this together. See you tomorrow.